is the African News Update on top accolade news. The headlines: Mass trial of opposition figures in Tunisia sparks outrage. South Sudan arrests senior military official. Abduction of political dissidents escalates in Kenya. South Africa's economy faces crisis as GDP grows by just 0.6%. In politics, mass trial of opposition figures in Tunisia sparks outrage. A mass trial of around 40 prominent opposition figures began in Tunisia on Tuesday amid accusation that the case is politically motivated. Diplomats, journalists, and politicians critical of President Kais Saied face charges such as plotting against the state security and belonging to a terrorist group, with some defendants at risk of facing the death penalty. Human Rights Watch has condemned the trial as a mockery based on abusive charges, while the United Nations has urged Tunisia to halt the persecution of political opponents. Many see this trial as a reflection of Said's growing authoritarian control, especially after his 2021 power grab and constitutional changes. Defendants and opposition leaders have been accused of terrorism, with some tried in absentia after fleeing the country. Protests have erupted outside the courts, with activists demanding justice and freedom for political detainees. Still in politics, South Sudan arrests senior military official. In South Sudan, tensions are escalating as government forces have arrested a senior military official allied with First Vice President Riek Machar, raising concerns about the stability of the 2018 peace agreement that ended a devastating civil war. General Paul Nang, head of South Sudan's defense forces, detained Lieutenant General Gilbert Duplam on Tuesday while security forces surrounded Machar's residence. Machar's spokesperson warned that this action violates the peace deal and undermines the trust between the rival factions, jeopardizing the fragile peace. The 2013 to 2018 civil war between Machar and President Salva Kiir resulted in hundreds of thousands of deaths and displacements, and although formal peace has been maintained, violence between rival groups continues. Moving on in politics, abduction of political dissidents escalates in Kenya. In Kenya, the alarming rise in abduction of political dissidents continues, with the case of Jamil and Aslam Longton drawing international attention. The brothers who run a cyber cafe were forcibly abducted after Aslam, a vocal participant in anti-government protests, was pulled from his car by armed men believed to be state agents. Held for 32 days and tortured, the brothers are among dozens of individuals targeted by the opposition of President William Ruto's government. Human rights groups, including Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International, have condemned the ongoing wave of abduction, calling it a troubling sign of Kenya's growing authoritarianism. Despite government denial and claims that the abduction are the work of criminal elements, activists, both local and international, are sounding the alarm about the escalating threats to the freedom of expression in the country. Shifting focus to economy, South Africa's economy faces crisis as GDP grows by just 0.6%. South Africa's economic situation is worsening, with the latest GDP figures showing a concerning 0.6% growth rate. The Democratic Alliance is calling for urgent reforms in the 2025/2026 budget, emphasizing that job creation, economic growth, and fiscal responsibility must be the top priorities. According to the DA, past policies have left South Africans struggling year after year, and unless the government shifts focus, the country will continue its downward economic spiral. With the budget in the spotlight, the DA insists that the government must implement growth-focused reforms and conduct a thorough spending review to avoid an ongoing budget crisis. You are watching the African News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for stay with us. In international relations, Germany suspends development aid to Rwanda. Germany has announced on Tuesday that it has halted new development aid to Rwanda and is reviewing its existing commitment due to Rwanda's alleged role in supporting the M23 rebel group in the ongoing conflict in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. The German Development Ministry communicated the decision to Rwanda, urging it to withdraw support from the M23 rebels who have gained ground in Congo and seized valued mineral-rich territories. Rwanda has denied backing the group, insisting its action in defense against ethnic Hutu militias. Rwanda's foreign ministry has condemned Germany's move, calling it counterproductive and accusing Germany of applying one-sided measures. Still in international relations, U.S. Embassy issues security alert for American citizens in Somalia. The U.S. Embassy in Somalia has issued a renewed security alert, urging American citizens to be aware of the ongoing risk despite some easing of travel restriction of official embassy personnel. A Level 4 do not travel advisory remains in effect due to the high threat of terrorism, crime, and civil unrest across the country. Terrorist groups continue to target Western interests, with attacks potentially occurring in busy public places such as airports, hotels, and restaurants. U.S. citizens are advised to stay vigilant and are encouraged to enroll in the Smart Travel Enrollment Program for the latest updates. The embassy also warns that its ability to assist Americans is limited due to the absence of a permanent consular presence in Somalia. Moving to entertainment, Luanda's Carnival celebrates 50 years of independence. The streets of Luanda came alive with the colors, music, and dancing of the 47th edition of Angola's annual Carnival, marking a milestone with the 50th anniversary of the country's independence. Over 38 carnival groups, including 15 children's teams, showcased their dedication and creativity in a spectacular competitive parade. The event was a celebration of Angola's vibrant culture and future, with the team preserving and enhancing achievements, building a better future, guiding the performances. With top sport and monetary prizes awarded to the best groups, the 50th anniversary celebration are a true testament to Angola's cultural heritage. Now in sports, Namibia Football Association mourns the loss of Secretary General. Namibia's football community is mourning the loss of Charles Sibiaoya, the dedicated Secretary General of the Namibia Football Association, who passed away at the age of 49. Sibiaoya, who was appointed to the position in April 2024, was known for his commitment to the growth of football and his fair, genuine approach to his work. He was instrumental in executing the NFA's strategic plan and was a respected figure in African football. Sibiaoya's untimely death has left a significant gap in the leadership in Namibia's football, and he will be remembered for his dedication and passion. The NFA, alongside the wider sport community, has expressed deep condolences to his family. That concludes our African news updates for today. Stay tuned for more African news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Ojo Okocha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.